And we're the boys.
Yeah.
Oh, we're the boys.
Boys.
We're the boys.
We're the boys.
We're the boys.
We're
And
the
Anna
boys.
is a boy, and Mitch is a boy, and Chris is a boy, and Tim is a boy. And together we're the boys and the boys.
Go bells rocking late at 8.
Oh,
Dashing
through the snow with the wet
broken skis.
over the hills we go, crashing into trees. Ha ha ha. The snow is turning red. I think I'm almost dead.
I'm rushing
To the hospital with needles in my head. Hey!
No, we need someone singing the actual song, and like someone singing like the messed
Or
up
we could
version.
Michael Bublé it. Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
I'm
Jingle all the
falling
way.
asleep.
Oh, what
What
fun
fun
it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle
all
bells.
the way.
Jingle
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open
In a one-horse open
sleigh.
sleigh.
No, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't hold the notes the normal way. He's like, sleigh.
Sleigh. Yeah, it's true.
That's why I hate it. I hate his Christmas.
Oh.
I
Okay,
enjoy.
women.
Oh no, you can't say that you hate his Christmas
I hate
album
his Christmas
because I love his Christmas album and I own it.
Don't
I'm
go
not
there.
ashamed.
I'm
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say that I like it.
Hey,
Baby,
I
it's
log-
cold
I
outside.
logically explained to you why Conan isn't good. Don't make me do
No,
it with Bublé.
don't. I don't even want to hear it. And I didn't. No. You did not explain why Conan is not good. You just said he had, like in that particular case, had a poor interviewing style. I will still watch him and I will still enjoy him, but you're right. He does kind of use opportunities to make himself funny rather than engaging with his interview. That's a very good point. But I will still watch him because I like him. So.
Well, I like trees, so
Well, I talked to the trees and they told me they don't like you. So.
well,
Well.
I don't care. I don't care.
Ooh, wow.
Just like the ones I used to know.
The gallon, the
Where
rainbow,
the
so
tree
pretty.
tops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
In the snow.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, ooh, with every Christmas chord I write. May your days, aw, thank you.
She's on a CD. She has an album.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like, I'm not joking.
I do, but it's just one I made myself for my mom. It's not very good, but yes.
What
Really?
did you say?
Oh, I thought like you actually sold them like my
No.
dad. And
I made an album of show tunes for my mom when she was getting sick because she loved it when I sang and my mom really gave me an appreciation for show tunes like Broadway musicals,
Yeah.
and so I did a whole CD for her of just like Broadway show tunes.
Oh,
So
that's so
yeah,
I can't believe we're actually going to eat some food like that. That's making me happy.
it really is.
That's making me
I
very
really
happy.
hope they're not terrible. Yes, yes. Oh, go Olivia. Just any funny stories?
Something silly that happened to you.
I like it. I like it.
Nothing silly's ever happened.
And it doesn't have to have like be any specific kind of silly, just silly.
No, yeah.
Wait,
I like
my
it.
life?
Could it be
Something
embarrassing?
that happened to you that was
That was it.
Silly or embarrassing or either. Any?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I like it. Do you have one, Olivia? Do you want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it, girl.
So I was in class and we were trying to build a small house, like toys,
Yeah.
and it was smelling like pretty bad. And I was like, "What is smelling like that?"
Right.
And she was, "Oh, I don't know," and stuff. And so we tried to figure it out. And then I see the machine that I'm using. I see a bunch of hair around it.
Oh
And it was my hair.
Oh Oh no! You lit your hair on fire? Oh
Like,
no!
it was not on my head. It was like a little bit, but it was still like you could see it, and it was smelling like really bad.
Smelling burnt hair is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, that is hilarious.
No, it's not.
Wait, are we recording on the podcast?
No.
Yeah, we actually are.
Oh,
by
we
the way.
are?
This whole
Because I was
time.
hoping we got that.
What?
Yeah, exactly, with the music and everything. Like, see, that's the thing is
I didn't know.
it's when we aren't trying, is
Right.
when we're having a good time and having fun. Like, that's the core of it, is
Right.
capturing us having fun.
That's
why
right.
I'm saying, it's not so much about us staying on tune. Because we could say, hey, we talked about this. That's like podcast, potty break. They list like 6 different things, the main things they mention.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be just
A
one thing.
subject.
Let's just have fun.
Yeah. But I like Olivia's idea of telling
Yeah,
funny stories.
yeah, funny stories. Definitely.
That was a good one.
So mine's not a funny story; it's an embarrassing story.
Okay, this will probably be funny for the rest of us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really just. I don't think I've ever shared this story
Dude.
properly.
It can't be worse than me stalking someone for
You're
years,
right.
Right?
You're right.
So no matter how bad it is, just compare it to that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But make sure don't mention first and last name.
That's fine.
Or last name.
I'm the
phone
only
number.
Or phone numbers or
embarrassed.
Phone
license
numbers,
plates.
license plates, social security.
Yeah, pretty much. So, do you, Tim, remember the Admit One concerts? Which was the Ignites concerts that they put on at the art festival thing. Yeah. So they had Admit One concerts, and they actually were playing with other bands, so it was like a little Christian group, but they actually were putting on this thing, and they were getting tons of Christians who were coming to the concerts because of the Christian acts, which then made it so that the people at the French Festival wanted them there for more Christian acts, which is really cool. And so because they were putting it on, I was essentially there with them, and I was essentially a friend of the people in charge, so I was feeling good about my place there. But what happened, they had this routine. You guys know that dance that literally every Christian thing has done?
No.
To that song, You're Everything.
I love that song.
Where they have that
Oh
little
my
dance
goodness.
of the person.
Dude, that moves my heart every time.
Yeah, and they have the person who's essentially represents Jesus, and they're dancing with this person that they made, which is
so
a
good.
woman or something. And then the woman ends up leaving and going to all of these different things, and then all of them are bringing her back. And
It is incredible. Like, it is
saves
so
her.
moving. And like,
You
oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Wait, can I explain it more better?
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
so you have them in white robes and they're dancing together, and he picks a flower and gives it to her, and they're just having a wonderful time. And then a man comes and kind of takes her away from him, and they're dancing, and Jesus is still dancing beside them, type of thing. And then another friend comes in and brings a beer and gives it to her and helps her drink it down. And then another kind of friend came, or a person came and gave her started holding money in front of her, and they're going down and down, and then then someone gave her a knife, and she started cutting, and then someone came and gave her a gun, and it was and then she pretty much you go down the wrong road,
Right.
and you just want to commit suicide because there's no reason to live anymore.
Right.
And so so it goes there, and then she's trying to hold herself, push her hand away from shooting the gun at her head. And what happened at that point when she was gonna shoot herself? Then did Jesus? No.
The tempo, Jesus came in
And changes the song.
looking at me like he thinks I'm
Gonna kill myself, but
he
he knows pretty sure that
I'm
I
wrong.
said it's wrong. Why are you bringing me down, man?
Well, what happens
What?
was what you're asking. And
Right,
he's
right when she's
essentially-
about to pull it though. Like,
Yeah.
like she's like, I don't know, and then she pulls it away, and then she puts it back.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's like, fine, she's about to pull it as Jesus appears.
Yeah, and so essentially it does the whole cross thing, and then he throws them back because of him beating sin and dying.
What? No, dude, you just ruined the ending. You just ruined it. You gotta like build it. You know, like actually do it. Like so he's like, yeah. So she's like about to shoot herself, and then he comes in and like starts enticing her, and then all her friends and stuff come around her and start pushing him back. You know, and then she starts like trying to get him, but they're all holding. What was it? She was trying to get him, or he was trying to get her?
Well, at a certain point, she does try running towards.
Well, what
him.
was first though? Who? Yeah, she was trying to get away from the gun and stuff and get to him, and she's like running, like like running on the ground. They're like pulling her back with all her shirt, and they're like throwing her back, and she's like jumping back up and like really giving it all, like fighting, like it's crazy, like it moves you because it looks so real.
Right.
Like they're really like not letting them get to each other, and then finally she gets onto her, she falls over, and they push her over, whatever, and she just like gives up, and she's like, I can't do this anymore. And then he comes and like blows them all away, and like comes and like picks her up, and then they're together again. It was like,
That is touching.
yeah, it's like so moving every time.
Okay, so Mitch, to explain, now that we know what exactly the setup of this story is, then please tell us how this affects you
All right.
and your story.
So, I was at that concert as they're doing on that thing, and I'd seen it before, so it was getting a little boring to me. But I was like, cool, it's a thing. And I was standing right in front of the speakers because I had just been talking to Tommy, who was doing the sound, and I walked over and was watching. And what happened is I decided to be like a person when they're like watching TV and you see like a character starts doing something they don't like.
Right.
And so on stage, when she started trying to run towards him and they were moving her back, I started calling out what like it was loud, so like I was like, oh, like no one can hear me, and I was just like, no, go to hell, go to hell. And then everyone in the audience turned and looked at me. Literally everybody turned and looked at me. And I realized that I couldn't hear how loud I was because of the speakers. And I was like, oh man, I turned like beet red. And then I walked away. But then it gets worse. Where essentially,
Oh my goodness.
this old guy who had been sitting in the audience and I had seen him turn and look towards me with everyone else, he ends up like getting up and then he walks towards me and I'm like, is this gonna be his like, hey man, that was pretty embarrassing for you or something? No, he comes up and by the way, as I already said, like I know the people putting this on, like I'm a part of their event, right? So like I know them and that type of thing, we're friends, but he comes up and he's like, hey, you gotta respect this event, you gotta respect what's happening. If you don't respect it, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
just like, what is
I'm
happening?
running
And it
this
was like
event
this
back.
homeless guy who was saying this to me, and I was like, what is happening right now?
That is super embarrassing. Not only did you embarrass yourself, but then somebody like
Like
scolded
an old
you.
man threatened me.
And a church.
An old homeless
This
man
isn't-
in the church.
This is not how love looks.
Oh wow. That is actually very embarrassing for you.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed for you. Yeah.
and yeah.
And welcome to
anytime
school
I think about
of
it, I
Tim
let
and I.
that shame.
That's good. So what about you, Tim? Embarrassing story.
Or funny, like funny.
Funny or silly or something. Come on, man. You
Our
have
lives.
lots of questions.
Our lives.
Just think of one with me in it.
That was great.
I'm sorry, I have to say this every time.
Louder.
This time it's for the bad. Haven't we done the most awkwardest like things that happen?
Yeah.
Supposed to be
Well,
funny.
no,
What
he
did
said
be
you can do funny.
Silly.
Like, dude.
Oh, Olivia had said silly or funny, or it doesn't have to be most awkward.
Yeah.
It just I had never shared that story. So.
It's brutal. That is fair. Well, I mean, I totally have one. If you want to think yours through, Tim.
Well, I'll tell it.
Yep.
So Mitchell's mom was my third grade teacher, Robin. Third and fourth. And she's Robin Hood. She had a very good strategy.
Tim, I was going to you, but there is a podcast going on. You shouldn't tell her name. And then I understood why you're not telling her name. I wasn't sure.
Don't tell them Hood.
Robin Hood.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
so-
but please don't go online and look up Robin Hood and find out her contact information.
Yeah, that's like
Call her.
brutal.
Because you'll find out it's he. Robin Hood.
Yeah. We don't encourage stalking.
Yeah.
We would never stalk Maddie.
Hashtag
No.
please stalk Robin Hood.
Hashtag still have the
And binge watch Olin.
So guys, so back to my story. 'Cause I'm the one-
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Robin Hood
Yes.
always required all the students to say all these things before lunch. Was it, I think? No. Okay. Yeah. If you wanted to leave for lunch, you had to say all of the planets, right?
Okay.
And not just that, but before lunch, 15 minutes before lunch, you can't go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So,
And yeah.
so, which doesn't make any sense. Why anybody should restrict any times for anyone to go to the bathroom?
Amen.
In fact, it's illegal. So, this was
But also,
illegal.
think of how many kids would just not go to the bathroom. But anyways.
I can do my story next.
I would probably just be on the floor to just.
I could do my story next, which I think I already did.
Yeah, I actually did that. When my teacher wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, I totally pissed my pants.
Yeah. My
Okay, so
my
so guys,
teacher like the key was pretty much in front of me, but I just didn't take it, and I peed my pants. The option was there, but I just peed my pants.
Now that everybody's on
You would rather pee your pants than take the key.
I'll let you know
and go
after.
to
I'll let you know after. It's not that easy. No, it wasn't actually. I was saying it was the opportunity was there. Unlike you guys.
Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway.
So go, Tim.
Tim, please continue. We're listening.
So. I forgot. No, okay. So, you have to go to the bathroom 15 minutes before. The thing is, I never really know when I have to go to the bathroom until I have to go to the bathroom, right?
Then it's too late.
And then it's too late. Like I gotta go. And so, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? And she's like, well, it's like 14 minutes till lunch. Like, can you hold it? And I'm like, I don't think so, but I guess I'll try.
Oh no.
And so then I'm like, okay, I'm holding it. Like 4 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I really gotta go. And she's like, it's like 10 minutes.
Oh my
Or it's
gosh.
like, it's 5 minutes, you can hold it. And I'm like, it's 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. And like, I'm like, fine. And because I'm a pleaser, I'm just like, okay. And like, I remember
So it's
just
going
like
blue.
pissing my pants as soon as I heard the bell.
Oh,
Like,
that's
literally, the bell went dingling. I'm like, all over
freedom.
And like,
You relaxed for a moment.
Oh my God, that sucks.
yeah, I was so free. It was so free to know that I could go to the bathroom.
And you're like,
as I went all over myself.
Did mom?
And so I just sat there.
Our
I sat there and
parents.
everyone left, and she's like, you can go to the bathroom now. I'm like, I don't need to anymore.
Did she feel bad? Did she feel bad?
Probably.
I don't know. I think
She
I
probably
just-
got it a lot
I
though,
think I
teachers,
just
to
got
be
up.
honest.
I got up and there was a pool in my seat. Nobody saw it, and I just walked
Oh! Imagine someone just jumping and sitting in their seat without
But everybody
looking.
was gone. Everybody was gone. So
No, I meant after, like the next
Oh.
class. Imagine someone just going and sitting down and
I
like,
think
oh!
I think that's what happened.
Just this wet like sploosh. Someone sits.
No, so I was.
And dash, baby.
So that's grade
Yeah,
3.
that's
I was in
brutal.
grade 5 or grade 4, like the portables. And I think I already shared this on the podcast, but hey, who knows? And whatever the great thing is, I never really was able to sing the anthem and stuff because like I just never could remember it.
Right.
So I couldn't really sing the anthem, but every day someone else goes down the rows of the seats. Pretty much every day someone sings the anthem, like leads it at the front, and so my teacher is a nice teacher. She said, like, you know, if you ever really need to go, just say emergency. You know, at any time, you know, feel free to say emergency, and then you can go to the washroom, whatever.
Right.
So, you know, like me, a pleaser and like quiet and like whatever. So it's my turn to go up. It's always horrible when I go up because I don't ever remember even the first word of the anthem. Well, there's two. I don't know what the two were. Tim, do you remember? Like there's an anthem, and then there's O Canada, and then the Lord's Prayer probably.
Yeah, it was the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Yeah.
They said that.
Yeah. So I would never remember either of them, like even the beginning of the words, nor in the middle of them. And I was supposed
Or
to.
the end.
Yeah, so I'd never be able to like lead it really, you know. So when I go up, talk about like, you know, stress. Like I'm just like looking at, you know, friends like hoping, just like waiting for someone to start it. I'm like, you know, because I have no idea what, like, you know, I have no idea.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know.
So you couldn't
Anyways,
lead it, but you could kind of like mouth along.
I could
with
mouth
other
along
people.
with someone else leading it, just mouthing. I mean, you know, but like I didn't know it. Anyway, so yeah, so I was up and I started singing. The only problem is I really needed to go to the washroom, but I got called up and I'm like, crap. I guess I can't really call urgent or go to the washroom. I mean, like I'm the one leading this. So I'm like, I guess I'll just have to fight through it. Like, I really gotta go. Like, I got the one leg up, you know, like squeezing the two legs, like you know, the horrible pain.
Yes.
And then I'm also trying to like sing this thing. I'm like holding on to the speaking pulpit at the front or whatever that she uses. I'm like, you know, my whole body's like tense. I'm just like, I'm literally shaking. Yeah, I remember shaking. I'm like, you know, like, you know, full out. You're at the end of your limit, and then just boom, too late, and it starts streaming down my legs, and I'm like, crap.
That's.
and then
were you in front of everybody at that point?
Oh, it was in the middle of the anthem.
Oh, Chris!
So then, like, down the one leg, and then it's, like, burning hot, and then it, like, and then the puddle starts growing on the ground. Like, imagine, that is horrible.
That is horrible.
And then you're, like, standing there at the anthem, and everyone's just like, oh,
Could everybody tell that you peed your pants?
Oh, man.
Oh, brutal.
You just see a puddle growing, and then the bird starts sweating.
That's brutal.
So did he never ask you to sing anthem again?
No, still got. The school closed not too
The
long
kids
after
didn't make
that.
fun of you for that, did they?
Well, see, then I had to go at the back and go to the washroom, whatever, and they called my mom and had her bring clothes.
Oh.
So, like, you know, like, my mom had both of us doing that in primary school.
Poor little
And,
baby.
At least for me, I just could
didn't have a
like,
top option.
go to the office and they had an extra pair of pants.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
Their pee pants.
Only
just
pants?
walked into the office and I was like, can I go talk to the principal? And they're like, okay, why? I want to talk to the principal.
I like talking
And then
to
they're
the
like,
principal.
okay, so I walk in the principal,
I peed my
and I
pants.
had a pair of pants. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, Mrs. Bill didn't let us go to the
And then
bathroom.
Tim walked in and changed the tempo.
Changed his
And
pants.
I closed the door and made sure nobody was in the room except, well, I guess the one person had to because he wasn't allowed to be with a child alone or something. But anyways, so then she went and got me a new pair of pants and nobody
Well, I
Man,
think
your
you
mom
got
should
away
get mad at
than
my mom.
yeah, you got away better than Chris
She
did.
probably got me, but I don't know.
Wow, yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
See, my mom gave me my friendship as like payment. She was like,
Yes.
"I'm sorry, take my son."
That's why you're always at her.
I remember one time I was in, somehow Elias, maybe he was like a substitute or whatever, he was helping. Maybe it wasn't Elias, no, it was probably Jake. Anyways, so I was in a class, I think the teacher was Mrs. So-and-so, and we were doing a food collection thing, and I had brought, like a good boy, I've got my jar or whatever.
Keep right at the fork to continue on Ontario 402 West.
GPS, I am speaking here. Take your turn. So, but I was like, really tired, so I was like having a nap while waiting or something, and kind of trying to fall asleep, trying to act as if I was asleep. So she called up for everyone to bring their cans, but I was like wanting to act as if I was sleeping so I could like skip out on whatever. And then like one of the other kids, I don't know exactly who it was, it's like, oh, I guess he won't be, I guess I'll take it up for him because, he's sleeping or whatever, and then he like tries to wiggle my head or something, or move my hand off of it, because maybe I was holding it, and I didn't move, because I was holding it. I was like, no, and then he's like, if he was really sleeping, he wouldn't be able to move his hand or something, and then because he'd be sleeping, he wouldn't know that I was trying to do it, so then he does it again, and of course then I let go, so that he moves my hand. Oh, come on, he already knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he took it, and then I'm like, crap, now he has it. Now the teacher's gonna think he brought it. I brought it. And I was like, no, and then I was like, I don't know if I ran up and like, you took my can, I brought it, and I was super bummed because I worked hard to get it.
Of course you did.
A can to bring. So that was depressing, but also,
Stinker.
yeah, I selfish about my can bringing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you brought it. You deserve to take credit for it.
Yeah, but obviously there's priority.
Oh my gosh, you guys, are you seriously falling asleep?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Honey. You guys have them all.
Okay, so I have, I don't even know where to start. I have so many embarrassing stories. I could literally talk for the next 2 hours. But
To be honest, I don't know if I want to go on embarrassing stories.
Yeah, let's go to something funny and humorous.
Maybe not.
Not humorous,
funny,
because
but
that is humorous.
But she hasn't given an embarrassing story yet.
You haven't?
I'm the only one who hasn't.
Okay, well we gotta hear yours.
No, you don't want to hear it.
No.
No, forget
I
it.
just didn't know. You said you got 100 and you could talk for 2 hours. But...
Obviously, I wouldn't.
Wow.
I'm just saying I have many because I've embarrassed myself many times throughout my life.
Or your mother has embarrassed you.
So what-
Yes.
What's the-
My mother has embarrassed
I like
me.
the balls section though.
So I
At Walmart, yeah, that's a good one.
Actually, I don't know. Tim, have you heard my my Walmart story about the beach balls?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. I want to hear it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this is pretty
never
classic,
goes old.
actually. Yeah, the packaging team at GTG really likes this one. So when I worked at Walmart, I was assistant manager of the hosiery department, which I don't want to brag, but it's kind of a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. But anyway, so after my break, I was walking through the toy department, and you have to wear these little blue jumpers that say, "How may I help you?" And this guy stopped me and said, "Could you tell me how much those beach balls in the basket are?" And it was one of those big baskets in the middle of the aisle, had no price on it. So I'm like, I literally couldn't tell you, this isn't my department, but I will page someone on the intercom to find out for you.
Oh boy.
So I never used the intercom, ever. So I pick up the phone, and I say, I have a gentleman by the balls and toys requesting assistance. And then I have a gentleman by the balls in toys. And then I go to hang up in toys. And then I go to hang up, but it didn't quite click. So I hear everybody laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? And then that goes across the whole...
What's so funny?
The whole loudspeaker. And then
everybody gets
everybody. So that the whole, literally the entire store is laughing. And the lady in cosmetics is like, turn the red button. I'm like, why red button? And then I hear, red button. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? I'm like, oh my gosh. Brutal. So then my boss was like, okay, you're not allowed to use the intercom until you understand how to use it. So, like, I was so terrified of the intercom. 3 months, I have not used it in 3 months. So then, unfortunately...
Oh, Chris, he's pulling in your lane.
Wow.
Honk your horn. Honk your horn.
It wasn't purposeful.
He was just asleep, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just gonna run off the road.
There's a difference.
Chris,
He's
you
asleep.
almost died with a guy falling asleep.
Yeah.
Was
that
it
is-
He does kind of feel like he's a little bit wobbly, but anyway.
Yeah, I could have given a good wake-up call.
We'll just,
That would still
He's
be
really
nice.
wobbly.
Hey, just do it. He needs to wake up.
He is really wobbly.
Look at him.
Wow.
Like, there
He's
might be
probably
an accident.
napping.
Whoa!
Chris, please honk a lot. What is he doing? He's pulling over?
At the very least, we know he
Honk.
must be awake.
I already did,
No,
Tim.
a lot.
Okay, it looks
Yeah,
like
You,
he's
you
slowing down.
gave him like a little, hey.
Yeah, because
What
it's
is
not
he
gonna.
doing?
Not like a, hey, what are you doing?
At the very least, we know he's
Well-
awake because he knew enough to turn
Oh
on his...
well,
he turned
yeah,
the signal
no, he's
on.
like if you think if he's just
Look,
doing,
okay,
if he's
I've
doing
never
something
seen
like
a
on
truck wobble like that.
if he well there is drunkards that do that.
Look at him, he's gonna go off the road.
No, but if he's doing some radio thing, you know, then
We are
he's drifting.
experiencing an insane situation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're still
Look
on
at
the
him,
podcast.
he just about crashed. Honk.
Literally, like
Like,
we're a
right on
good
it,
amount
just
away,
push on
and
the
we can see
horn.
the back.
Tim,
The,
that's
that
not
he-
gonna help anything.
Yeah, he's gonna realize that he needs to pull over and take a nap.
Wait for it. He's about to pass the guy in front of him. Is that actually? No, that's just the front of the truck.
Yeah.
But he's near the other truck.
oh, there we go. Terrifying.
So it's a tanker as well. So that's
I'm really glad he's past
like
us.
we can
That's like
we
gas.
can call the cops on him, but I mean it's a little, you know, how do you
He's going really fast, especially for a truck
unnamed
of that size.
unnamed
Well, you're
truck.
also going 90, so...
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah, we don't want to be anywhere near that.
No, no.
Past him, because right now, if he...
Yeah, but the thing is,
Goes up,
passing
it's
him
driving
is
him.
like,
Yeah.
So
it's
you're saying,
dangerous.
oh, if only we were past it, so we didn't have to think about the situation.
Yeah. That's usually what I do, I just drive on the other side.
But then also
And hope that he
And
crashes
they'll
into
know
someone else.
we are Christians by our love, by
By
our
our
love.
love.
Yes,
Yes,
they'll
you
know
know
we are Christians by our love. But sometimes we'll just take
I
off
love
and
how-
pass them.
whoa, look at that!
aggressively-
Look at that one. He went like all the way onto the other lane and back. Look
We're
at that.
singing that so
Look, he's doing it
aggressively.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will know we are Christians by our love.
I was making a point at Tim to say you would leave and not worry about the situation.
No, I want to get a microphone in my car with a big speaker.
You're like, excuse me, sir.
over, take a nap, you crazy person.
So can I finish telling my embarrassing story? And then we'll be
Yes.
done. So now my boss has told
yeah.
me you cannot use the intercom. So I'm like, okay, so I'm terrified of the intercom now. So then now I'm in the baby department. Again, I'm assistant manager hosiery, so I know nothing about the baby department. And this lady comes up and says, "Oh, this was on a shelf. There was no sticker." And I know that my boss had been putting some of the stuff on clearance. So I was like, okay, I will page my boss for you.
So
Unfortunately,
she thought that she would redeem herself
Yes.
by this action.
Nice.
unfortunately, however, my boss's name is Mike Massabona.
No!
And yes, we all called him Master Boner. Like that.
No!
That was just Master Boner. So I'm like, okay, whatever you do, do not say Master Boner.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
So I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Psych myself up.
Take his.
But what I shouldn't say. So then I'm like,
Take his first name.
paging Matt. Paging Matt, Master Boner. I said it 3 times. Each time trying to correct myself.
Just
Because I was
make
like,
it clear.
yes,
here.
I'm like,
It's
Master Boner. I'm like, yeah, I could not get it out.
Oh man, that's
And then
horrible.
he's all I see is his like big chubby white face come stomping down the aisle. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Are you saying
You
the intercom's
cannot.
still going?
Pardon?
Are you saying I'm so sorry with the intercom still
No,
going?
I had the sense to hang it up at that point. But
So
then
you did improve. I mean,
I actually hung up and I knew how to hang up. But then, of course, again, laughter throughout the store. And then my coworkers, like, I mean, just died. They're like, and then even at the break, like at the 3 o'clock break when we're switching shifts, they're like, you would not believe what Sheri just did today. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God! She goes, my master boner. And I'm hearing the story being retold, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So I have never used an intercom before since I am terrified of them. Because, like, once it's out there, you can't get it back. It's like, yeah. Mike, Master Boner. Like, I could not say it. So there you go. That was embarrassing. It was twofold because,
yeah.
gentleman by the balls, which, again, he was by the balls.
You didn't technically say anything wrong.
No, I really didn't. He was by the balls. It's
Yeah,
just,
and
it
you
sounds,
had him.
and I had him there,
You did wrong
and he
is-
was requesting assistance.
And the only thing you really did wrong was not knowing how to hang up properly.
Right. That's true.
Oh, KFC story and the underwear.
Okay.
We're hitting the jackpots tonight, guys.
So do you want to hear the underwear story or the KFC story first?
Can you do both at the same time?
I'll do the underwear because it's faster.
All right.
So there was this store called Bargain Herald. I'm not sure if you remember that from back in the day, but it was the equivalent of like a giant tiger.
Okay.
So they had these like huge bins of like just ladies' underwear that were just like $1 each. And so I was like 16 and mortified to be, I was at that age where I was like mortified to be around my parents. I was just like, my parents are weird, I'm not cool, and I'm embarrassed. Like, it was like humiliating to be
I'm
at like
embarrassed.
Bargain Herald.
When the heck can I go home and stalk my boyfriend?
Yeah, exactly. That I've never actually spoken to.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm like looking at the shampoo bottles on the other, and it was like this open concept, sort of like Giant Tiger, where there's not like all the shelving units are quite low. So anyway, I'm like literally on the other side of the store, and I hear Sheri, and I'm like, no, she cannot be calling me from like the other side of the store. And so I'm like, no, I'm not looking. And then she goes, Sheri! And so I'm like, I turn around. She has got these huge granny panties that she's holding up. She's like, do you want the pink ones or the green ones? I'm like, you can't be shouting that across the store at me. And she was like shaking them. Which color? I'm like, okay, so we're done with this. I was just like not having it. So that's the panty story, which
Good.
So then when I worked at KFC, again, this was when I was like 19, and so I was working the drive-thru, and your headset is like attached to the cash register. So like everybody in the restaurant can, like all the employees can hear what's going on in the headset. So when somebody comes to the drive-thru, if they order like a bucket of chicken and some fries, then like the person who's making the fries knows to like dip the fries, and the person who's like making the chicken knows to put the chicken in the bucket or whatever. So anyway, so this guy orders in the drive-thru. He comes around the thing, and the drive-thru was like, it was wide, and the guy pulls his van like on the far side of the drive-thru. And it looked like some kids were coming back from soccer practice because the whole back of the van was filled with kids.
Alright.
So they'd ordered like a 15-piece bucket of chicken, and I'm reaching out as far as I possibly can out the window holding this bucket of chicken, and like the guy is like not even making an effort. He's talking to the kids in the back like this, and he's got his arms like this. Sorry, Chris, I don't mean to put them in your face. So yeah, so the guy who was in the driver's seat, he's got his head like turned to the right, like he's talking to the kids behind him, and then he's got both of his arms stretched out to the left through the window, but like it hardly stretched out at all, like maybe 6 or 7 inches out of the actual window.
Yeah.
So there's about, I'd say about a foot, maybe 8 inches of space between his fit hands and my hands. So I'm like, and I could not get his attention. So I'm like, okay, so how am I gonna do this? So out the window, there was like this little, they don't really have them anymore, but back in the day they had these little silver trays that had like these little weak hinges on them. But it was like you slipped like either your money onto the tray or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well I'll put my torso like onto the counter, and there was a water pipe that ran, like a heating water pipe that ran along the edge of the wall.
Uh-huh.
So I wedged my ankle in between the wall and the water pipe so I could anchor myself.
So the guy doesn't have to get out of the car.
Yeah, exactly. So I now have my full torso weight on
Is he
the
still
counter.
not looking at this point?
He's still not paying attention because I'm trying to reach to his hands.
But he's not even looking.
But I mean, he kind of was glancing at me and then would like turn back around. But he'd sort of like make half an attempt to reach a little further, but he wasn't invested at all. So anyway,
She was invested.
yes. So I now have my ankle locked between the pipe and the wall, and my entire torso is like basically hanging out the window. So because I had put some of my upper body weight onto this little silver tray, it's not intended, it's intended for exchanging money. That's it. Well, the freaking thing snaps and my ankle twists, and I literally come up, my feet hit the top of the drive-thru window, and I actually like did a full somersault out the window. The chicken goes flying everywhere. The kids are like peeing their pants laughing. I have somehow managed to wrap my cord around my neck that's still attached to the cash register, and I'm like choking, and I hear like on my headset, because we're all connected, where did Sheri go? And I'm like right, I can't even speak because I've literally I like ass over tea kettle out the window. So then the guy gets out, he's like, oh, sorry about that, not trying to help me. He's picking up the chicken, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You're picking up the chicken. So then, like, I see my friends, like, looking out the window. They think it's hilarious. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I come back in, and I go around into the entrance, the normal way. And I'm like, they're like, oh, did you seriously just fall out the window? And I'm like,
how do you even do that?
I actually did. I actually fell out of the window. And I was getting this huge goosebump on my head, because I fully landed on my head. And they're like, oh, just pull your visor down over your hat, or pull your hat down over. And it's like, the visor is like elastic at the back, so it's like it's pushing against my concussion. But they're like, it's separate, we're really busy, we can't afford to lose you. I'm like, I kind of think I should be going to the hospital. Like, I'm no doctor, but like, maybe I should, be taking care of this medically. But no, I sucked it up and worked the supper shift, and then I had a full headache. And then after the shift, they're like, oh yeah, you can go to the hospital. I'm like, thanks so much. 4 hours later. Yeah, but I did actually fall out the drive-through window, KFC,
Yeah, who can say they did
Pembina
that?
Highway in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Who can say they can do that?
Yeah, who can say that very specific place and
Yeah. Yes. That really did happen. That was very embarrassing. I did not live that down for a very, very long time. In fact, the only reason I have lived it down is because I don't really keep in touch with anybody from KFC anymore.
I'm not getting tired, Sheri. I'm not getting
Yeah, you're not getting tired.
He's tired of everything.
Come on, Mitchell,
he
make
just
up a
was
song
sitting
for us.
around
I was
sleeping.
sitting in the car. My name was Little Joe. I'm the one from Bonanza, because that is copyrighted.
getting this?
I'm going on the trip to the place across the bridge. Maybe there's a bridge. Oh, it's called a carriage. A carriage bridge. A carriage. A cribbage. And strippage.
This is a terrible podcast, by the way, but I don't care.
But that's how we're going
Hey.
We're going forward and forward and forward and back. No, forward. Having a heart attack when we almost crash into a truck that was swerving on the road. We almost, and then we honked, and they went, hey, it's okay. And then they just kept swerving. And cribbage, oh cribbage, oh bridge.
It's
on
the Green Bridge.
And cribbage, oh criddleage. We're going Chris.
I do actually wish you at least had your pink guitar. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring it, but then after like I was super late finding my
You thought you
passport,
weren't
I
going
just
over.
ran out of the house.
Yeah. I was thinking of bringing a full guitar, but it would only work if we had like a long van or something, you know, with room.
I also thought that it might get annoying with how loud it is because
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
they don't like me.
No. In my family, they don't like me.
It went
Poor
from a
Mitchie.
specific situation to life.
In my family, they don't like me.
Mama, it's been a very long time, but we are still driving in the morning. Carry on, carry on. We're driving into dusk.
To dusk.
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 We're driving into a dusk.
Was a pirate back in the day. My name was JJJJ. I sailed the sea through all the trees. And when you hear them say my name, you'll go. Go away, Sam, J. Go away, J. Is it like me?
Sailing on a sailboat, just driving through the sea. We just sank the driving sailboat because it has wheels on the sea. Oh!
Go away, go away.
Whoa,
Go
look at that one on the
away, J. Go away, go away. Go away, J.
What is this madness?
That was amazing.
Bam, 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 bam,
Bam,
bam,
bam,
bam,
bam, bam, bam. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. You can't actually make this a podcast. This is terrible.
This is horrible.
It really is.
Okay, guys.
You stuck with us this long.
Yeah. You must be ready to kill
just
yourself.
leave for commitment's
Hey
sake.
guys, there's a bunch of stars up in the sky, so let's name them. That one is just done.
Whoa! Whoa! Crap, I didn't bring my camera. No! Literally, the stars are insane. I feel like I'm looking at a picture.
Right?
I can't believe I didn't bring my camera.
I've been looking at them the entire trip.
Dude!
Wow.
They literally, I
they
think
are.
I could get them on my phone. They're so strong.
Yep.
Oh man!
are
Oh
pretty
man!
cool.
I took my camera out of my bag,
You did.
and I was like, "What am I gonna use the camera for? You're gonna regret this." So I took it out. That's what you get for
Oh,
not listening to your
man.
gut.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
Does
I
look
almost
really
brought my
good.
camera too.
I wanna cry. I got so there. No, it's not, Chris.
Yeah, my
Don't
stupid
give up,
iPhone
Chris.
won't.
Don't give up. You can do it. Fight through it. Fight through it, Chris.
Hi.
You will see it again. But look at it. I
It
can
is.
see the stars.
It is
I
very
can see the
beautiful.
stars. It's in the sky. My camera is home, but I am here, wanting to take a picture of thee here. And we keep driving to the ends of the earth, from the beginning to the end. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
I know, it was good. Yep.
Good road games. I totally forgot. Like, let's have some road games.
road
So, say one word and go around. We're making a story.
Okay.
Oh.
Clockwise.
Once.
You can start. Oh, a pond.
Whistle.
Nice.
I.
Had.
Not.
Oh, so now you're gonna.
So now you
participate.
guys decided to join us. So that's nice of you guys. Okay, let's
Wait, I
try
didn't
this
hear what you said.
again.
What did you say?
A.
White.
Mitchell.
What?
Yeah, you make a story.
Everybody says one word.
Yeah, she said I have a, and I'm saying.
She
White.
said white, and I said
Bucket.
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 Oh, but it's not like that.
With.
It's just whoever.
Just whatever.
No, it's
word
in a
you want to.
circle.
In a
It should
circle.
be this way, but I think Tim jumped ahead of you.
Okay, so Chris goes, then me, then you, Olivia, and then Tim,
okay.
and then Mitchell.
So, once upon a time, a white bucket.
Once upon a whistle,
Once upon a whistle, a white bucket, and then now Chris.
Had.
a
Olivia.
white bucket had a. Olivia?
Me?
Yep.
Yes.
A white bucket had a, and then it's your turn to say something.
A white bucket had a fish inside.
No, only
One
one
word,
word.
one word.
Ah.
So white bucket had a fish.
Tim.
Swimming. Inside.
Oh, genius! We're the next green eggs and ham. Woo!
Was that it? Was that a bonus?
Are we just gonna keep going?
That was it, guys.
All right, this is the worst podcast ever.
That's why it's so good.
That's terrible.
We're gonna all die. Mitchell is starting to give me an arm massage.
Stars.
I know. I cannot wait until to watch these stars. Can we look at the
Let's
north?
do a poem.
We should go see the northern stars.
Let's do a
A
poem.
poem. How are we
A
gonna do that?
poem.
A poem. I like that.
Poem.
A poem. Say cool. Say whip. Now say cool whip.
Guys, how are we doing this?
A poem.
Wait,
So like somebody
That's
says-
how poems work.
did you just do the
That's
first?
not a poem.
Oh.
Yeah, Olivia just did the first line.
What
was
did you do?
I said, by the end of winter, some snow was falling on her face.
Ooh.
I don't know how to do a poem.
So then
So
she
fake.
ran with no trace.
Oh,
Up the
burn.
hills and down the mountains, through the paths, into the bush.
Wait, that
So you have to rhime with
that didn't
bush.
rhyme.
We don't have to
see.
rhyme. Do we have to rhyme every single
Yeah.
one? Is it?
No,
That's
it's-
not how poems
No,
work.
no. It's like rhyming is like she said face. He
No, I
said
get it.
trace.
No, I get how
Then
it
you
works.
can start a new one, and then he has to rhyme. it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
two?
Every two.
Oh, interesting. I have no
Unless
idea
we have
what
to
he
rhyme
said.
every single one. That's
No, because you'll run out of
Yeah.
words.
I have no idea what you said though, Mitch.
Race.
Just make another one, Mitch, because I forget it.
Embrace. Trace.
Say something.
Up the hills, down the mountains, through the trees, into the bush.
From the bush into the sky, down to the mountains, up to the tie.
No, you have to rhyme with bush.
Bush?
You know,
The
poems
last
don't actually have to
word.
rhyme.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed. Learning new things. See, they don't teach you these things in school.
What things?
Rhyming?
You have to rhyme with the last word. I would have never known. Like, they just say make it.
Do you seriously not know
No,
that?
I have no idea.
There's different forms of poetry,
Oh,
but like
okay.
that's the most
last
basic
word
one.
and
Right.
the last-
But still, no.
Literally, poems don't have to rhyme. That's just a rule they give you when you're young,
Wow.
so that you
Wow.
like can make up something. But like the most famous ones don't
Living in a
rhyme.
deception.
Okay, I'll make mine simpler.
Okay.
Over the hills.
I have
Through the oh my goodness. The hills. No, so hills. While paying no bills.
Well, pay no bills. She saw a man.
It's not as fancy as it started, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not.
It was Elephant Man.
Elephant Man?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, does that work? Because you're rhyming man with man almost. Well, it's elephant man. That's one word. Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Get on board, Mitch. Man.
Elephant.
No,
Elephant
you
Man.
can start the new rhyme.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, guys, this is getting pretty
Yo, that doesn't rhyme at
late.
all.
Okay,
That was
This
rough
is
to begin with.
went downhill very fast because it's a lot of silent things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he went
And
to the beach to get a good tan.
All right.
There you go.
Wait. So we're continuing the and rhyme. Okay.
Oh.
But then he saw a duck, so he ran.
Oh.
Boom. Wait, did he just rhyme with Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should definitely change this because this is so boring, silent moments. Like everyone's quiet, letting the person think. Anybody got any jokes or anything
All right, how
Oh,
about
I
this?
got one.
not funny?
Not
I got
funny.
a lot of things
No
not
funny
funny.
jokes.
No, it's not
Trust
joke.
me.
Jokes
I
that are
should
not
talk
funny.
about
Yeah, that's not funny.
What is that?
Then why are you laughing?
Okay, go,
Sorry.
Tim.
Wait, what's Tim going at?
Joke?
He said he was going to talk about
That's
Mitchell.
Oh,
No,
talking about
I was
Mitchell.
gonna talk over.
Guys, we're in Sarnia.
Sarnia.
That's like downgrade of Narnia.
Oh, we are now 45 minutes away from the rest of the
Life
night.
to me, so I will praise
no,
the
no,
Lord,
that's
for
the wrong
giving
one.
me the things I need, the sun and the rain. And the
Appleseed, the Lord's been good to me. Johnny Appleseed.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, who's in the pineapple under the seas?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Who would it be? What would it be?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
You mean to tell me something of fish?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Tell me how much it fish?
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! So in today's episode,
Oh, today's episode is
I need
following
to
the
record
little
us doing that. That was awesome.
Oh, who lives in the pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Somebody help me do how much of cheese?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Tell me to something about fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Do-do-do-do-do-do. How about fish?
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
Today's episode focuses on SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob was walking into the desert.
This is at what point? 3 hours into our trip?
This
We've
is
lost
3:20 in the morning. It's
Yes,
getting pretty
3:20.
bright outside.
Yeah.
3:20.
And we still have 43 minutes, so that's pretty depressing.
I don't know
Oh.
how it keeps going up.
Because,
I know, I
Maybe
feel the same
because-
way.
yeah, that really sucks.
We only have 43 minutes left.
We have 43 minutes one way, and that means, wow, how did we,
We skipped like an hour and a half.
we added an hour.
What?
Yeah, because we're going too slow.
No,
It was that super long bathroom break.
I don't know.
Guys, Tollbridge USA, we're almost to the
Yeah,
point
it's
where
an
we have to turn
invitation.
around.
Yeah, no, it does.
think
But the
that it
thing is,
would-
it doesn't account for every time that you stop.
We stopped once for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're like at the border.
We stopped twice, didn't we?
No.
Oh!
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants!
Who would it be?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Something about being a little fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
I don't think we should go where the RP school.
Thanks for listening to podcast number 12, I think, or something.
Please don't listen to this. It's terrible.
Please download this and listen every day.